Does this happen to you too? You're in the middle of something and then your brain decides to remember something that happened years ago, something stupid, something awkward, but now you're stuck replaying that moment for hours, over and over. So why do we do this to ourselves? Why does our brain insist on running through the worst case scenarios like it's preparing for disaster? I believe my brain is trying to help, but in the end it just makes things worse. I remember this one time that I had this date with this girl that I really liked, but I couldn't stop thinking about all the things that could go wrong. What if I forget everything? What if I freeze? What if I look weird? What if I forget how to speak English? I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was consumed by worry, and then it went fine. I didn't forget anything, I didn't die, the world didn't end, but I didn't enjoy the moment because I had wasted so much energy preparing for that moment that while I was there, I wasn't there. I was so caught up living in my head, preparing for things that didn't even happen. It's wild. Our brains are supposed to protect us, but sometimes they just make things harder. Overthinking doesn't just stress you out, it steals the moment from you. You're so busy worrying about what might happen that you miss the moment that's happening in front of you. This other time I had this amazing opportunity, something that I wanted for years, but instead of being excited, I spent so much time worrying about what might happen, worrying about messing it up, worrying that I didn't deserve it. I was so in my head that I couldn't even enjoy the moment. By the time I actually realized, hey, you're actually doing something that you always wanted, the moment was gone. Overthinking pulls you out of your life, and before you know it, you have missed something really important to you. So here's what I've been trying to do lately. I know I don't have all the answers, but I've started to just do the thing. Like right away, before my brain even has a chance to think about it. You know the feeling, the longer you sit there thinking that you need to do something, the more your brain starts creating all of these doubts. So now instead of waiting until I feel 100% ready, I just go for it. Even when it's messy, even when I don't feel prepared, I just do it. Like I will be about to send a message that I feel nervous about, and I can hear my brain saying, what if that's the wrong thing to say? What if they think you're weird? And before my brain can start to spiral, I just hit send. Done. No more overthinking. And yeah, sometimes it's awkward. Sometimes I will second guess it after I do it. But you know what? Even when it's not perfect, it's better there than me sitting here with that in my head doing nothing. At least I'm moving forward. At least something is happening. Another thing I've learned is that you will never know how things will turn out. And that's okay. But it took me a while to accept that. I used to think that if I planned long enough, I could make sure that nothing goes wrong. But life doesn't work that way. Most interactions, most conversations, most actions, they will never go as you plan. Some of you may think that this is something that it's easy to do, easy to learn, but no, I like to be prepared. I like to know what's going to happen. But life always throws you something unexpected. So now, instead of trying to predict every single detail, every single thing that may happen, I'm learning to just let go. Whatever happens, happens. And that's really not an easy thing for me to do. Another thing that has been helping is that I focus on what I can actually control. Because most of the time, most of the things that we stress about, they are totally out of our control. For example, when I started posting content online, I used to get really anxious. I will sit there refreshing the page and thinking, what if they don't like me? What if they think I'm ugly? What if they think I'm dumb? And then I realized that I can't control what you think about me. All I can do is put my stuff out there and see what happens. And once I accepted that, my stress started to fade away, slowly, but it did. It's not easy though, but once you stop stressing over things you can't control, it really takes a fucking massive weight over your shoulders. You can't control how people will react. You can't control if people will like you. All you can do is your best and let the rest play out, whatever that means. Let the future decide itself. Just do your best. Look, overthinking is tough, but I've learned that it's just like any other habit, and the more you practice catching yourself in those moments, the easier it gets to just snap out of it. Next time you catch yourself thinking a bit too much, just ask yourself, is this thing actually helping, or I'm just stuck in my head? And if it's the second one, just take a deep breath and just do the thing. Even if it's messy, even if it's not perfect, just take that one step forward.